Hey everybody, Enosh here, and it's another episode of Toy Hunting, and there'll be a few more of these in the next week or so, because today is the Thursday before Force Friday. So tonight at midnight, as we go into Friday, all the new Star Wars toys are being released, and we'll be able to go purchase them and see what's new, and it's going to be a lot of fun, and we've done it before, and we've recorded it and put it up on the channel. And so if you haven't subscribed, or if you're new to the channel and you've never seen one of my videos before, please think about subscribing and checking out those videos, because we'll be having a lot of fun. But here's something I need to talk about today, and that is a lot of us have gone through this, and I understand it, but it's still a problem. And that is stores like Walmart and a few others, they have gotten toys for Force Friday. These toys are not allowed to be sold until midnight on Friday the 1st. And what they do is they put these toys out early, and then you go to buy them, you see them in the store, and you're like, hey, I'm going to purchase this. You get all the way up to the register, and they tell you, we can't sell it to you, which is ridiculous. If you have something out on the floor, you should be able to sell it. To which I say, don't put it out on the floor. You know, I'm fine. If you can't sell it to me, that's fine. Hey, I understand the rules, that's fine. But if you put it out on the floor, I want to be able to buy it. And I think about all the kids, you know, we think about it as collectors, you know, what a bummer it is to get all the way up to the register and not be able to buy something. But, you know, I think about the kids, because I have 3 boys of my own. What would it be like if you took your kids to Walmart and your kid wanted, you know, a Star Wars action figure, and you get them all the way up to the register, and all of a sudden the person behind the register says, you can't buy this. Now, the reason why this is frustrating for me is because this has happened to me 8 times. And my problem with it is the associates and the managers of these stores, they don't own up to it and just say, hey, it's not supposed to be out there. We're very sorry. We will try to remedy this problem. We will have a conversation in our little pep talks and morning meetings or whatever, and tell people not to put stuff out on the floor early. They don't do that. They say stupid things like, oh, it must have been recalled. I have heard that Star Wars toys have been recalled all 8 times, and they're not. And so that gets really frustrating when the people themselves who work there, when you know more about why than the people who work there, that's a problem. And I've had people just snatch it away from you. They don't give you an explanation. They just say, we're not going to sell it to you. And it's a problem. It's very, very frustrating, because there's some things I've heard of people finding, like Chase pop figures, and not being able to buy them. And if you know anything about pop figures, you find a Chase figure. That's what everybody wants to find, is a Chase figure, a hard-to-find figure that is special. And I just read something this week about a person who was in a Walmart, found a Chase Porg figure. It's one of the new little characters, cute little characters from Star Wars The Last Jedi. Got up to the register, they took it away from him, could not buy it. And that would be very, very frustrating, I know, as a collector. And so I just think it's got to stop. So here's my story, and this is what I'm showing today, okay? And that is, the other day, I went to my Walmart. They've had the toys out for a week and a half. And I've scanned them at the scanner, and it says see associate. So I know that you weren't able to buy them. Now what'll happen is a lot of times people will take an item, they'll take it up to the self-scanner, they'll scan something else, and then they will go ahead and purchase it. So at least you're still giving them the money, but it also throws off their inventory and all that stuff, which would just make things a lot more simple if you would just not put it out on the floor. So because it's been out for a week and a half, I had seen, you know, these figures and everything, and so I thought, you know, I'm just going to try. So I grabbed a figure, the new character Rose. Didn't mean a lot to me. They didn't have figures that I was really looking for. They didn't have like the Luke figure, and these are the 3 3/4 figures, by the way. Got all the way up to the register. Everything went through. And I was shocked, and I thought, hey, this is great. And I bought some other items. And I started thinking about it, because my total bill came to like $8.46 or something like that. And then I got out to the car. I had 2 of my 3 boys with me and my wife. I get out there and I realize, you know, that figure was supposed to be $7.97 all on its own. And then I looked at my receipt, and sure enough, when the lady scanned it, it didn't scan through, but she didn't think anything about it because she was scanning other things, and she just threw it in the bag, and she didn't charge me. So for some of us, we would be okay with just taking it. And hey, I've been very frustrated with my Walmart there many times over so many things. It's just a horrible Walmart. And I thought, there's that little part of you that thinks, oh, you know what, this one time will be fine. I'll just take this figure and it's free. And then I realized, I can't set that kind of example for my boys. So I took the figure back into the store. I wrestled with it, thought about it. I took the figure back into the store to talk to them about this issue and to try to show them, look, I'm an honest person. I'm bringing you back something that you gave to me for free. But the problem is I know that when I bring this back, you're not going to let me pay for it to be able to take it. You're going to take it and tell me you can't sell it. And so it's very, very frustrating. So what's up next is that conversation that I had with the manager, and I just want to say, Eric at Walmart there. He did a great job. He was really awesome. He showed concern. At first he had that look in his eye like, why are we talking about Star Wars action figures? But then he tried to take care of me. He let me know that he was very sorry that it happened. He understood my frustration, and he understood. He was very thankful that I was honest. I brought it back. I didn't just keep the free figure. I brought it back to them, and then knowing, he tried to go get the actual manager of the store. And as you will see, we try not to film their faces, but as you'll see, the manager who came over, by the time he came over, he just didn't care. He kind of just fluffed it off, just said okay, yeah, whatever. And I tried to encourage him to talk to his associates and his team members and get them to get the items off of the floor. And whether or not he did that, I don't know. I haven't been back since. So anyways, I'm looking forward to Force Friday tonight, though, where I will be able to get the things that I want. But watch this video and let me know what you think.
Well, okay.
Are you a manager?
Yes, I'm an hourly manager. What can I do for you?
So here's my dilemma.
Sure.
So I have 2 of my 3 boys with me.
Okay.
And I am, I'm a collector of Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
Okay. And over the last 2 years, I've been in this store 8 different times when I tried to purchase things for my 3 boys and myself.
All right.
And got them all the way up to the register. Waited in one line. I waited 20 minutes in line because somebody was trying to cash a check or something with some weird deal. Only to be told you can't purchase this because it's not. Well, they've never actually told me why, but I know why. Because toys are supposed to be released on certain dates, and there's been video game things that are supposed to be released on certain dates, and nobody's ever been knowledgeable to be able to just tell me, we put it on the floor too early. Okay, so we can't sell it to you. So I had that happen to me 8 different times in the store. The reason why I'm telling you that is because this time I came in, next Friday is a day where they're releasing all the new Star Wars toys and figures for the new movie that comes out in December, right?
Take your word for it.
Okay, I know. So it might mean nothing to you, but I've got 3 boys.
First Friday.
So
I
that means
understand.
a lot of stuff.
I understand.
Right? So come into the store and you've got some of those toys out on your floor, and they've been on the floor now for like 3 days. Okay, so took one, came to buy it through the register. Girl rang me up for everything, didn't think anything about it, walked outside. Thought, wait a second, I bought a couple other things, and my bill was only $8.46, and the figure alone is $7.97. So it didn't ring up the figure.
Right.
Okay? It didn't ring up the figure. And I know that by bringing it back to you, you're probably going to tell me that I can't buy this. But this makes my point that I'm really trying to drive home. And I've got my 2 boys with me, and I want to show them that, you know what, even if it's not something that you like, you have to be honest, right?
Yes.
And
that's
so my
Leon
thing,
17 break. Thank you.
my thing is this, and this is what I really want to reiterate to the managers of this store. There is a problem here with people putting items on the floor early that cannot be sold to the public. And it's not just me. And I know it may sound like a silly thing. I'm a Star Wars collector. I'm 40 years
The
old.
SKU
and I
says
like
even
none
see
of my
an associate.
Okay, I know. There's lots of people, right? But the thing is, there are whole Facebook pages though that are blowing up about this kind of thing right now because stores are putting stuff out and then
enraging people because they're telling people I can't spend money.
The SKU says unscannable or seen associate.
You know, yeah. Go ahead, because I even tried it back there and it didn't scan, and I was like, I'll try to do it. And so when she did it, I didn't even think anything about it. It's on the bottom.
Oh, there we are. Same, $7.97 there.
We do money grams, so I was saying that your Kroger has Western Union. Yep. Then that way they'll keep that.
How do I want that card logo? Oh wait, is that the monster truck one?
They're usually about $5.
Anyway.
Do you
I'm trying to
want
resolve that one.
management to see if there's something they can do for you, or?
Well, I'm willing to pay for it if somebody's willing to sell it to me. But like, I had a manager tell me last year.
Y'all have been wonderful. I'm terrible.
No,
sorry.
that's
okay,
fine.
we
That's fine.
appreciate it.
And I sat out in the parking lot going, oh man, I gotta come back inside. Because last year, I actually had a manager yell at me and tell me that the toys I was buying for my kids, it wasn't for me, it was stuff that I was buying for my kids for Christmas.
Christmas at the time.
They told me that all these different things had been recalled. And I looked at her and I'm like,
They haven't
you don't
come
know
out
what
yet.
you're talking about. At least tell me the truth. At least like find out why. You know,
They
and
haven't
that's
come
why I
out
had to
yet.
find
That
out
was the
why,
problem.
right? Because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. You just tell me you just can't sell me something.
boxes were
and,
water
and like
damaged.
I had like 5 different things, and they're trying to tell me each thing was separately recalled. And I was like, that does no. So there's my receipt. I'm willing to pay $8 for the figure.
It's available.
But
Let me
but
see.
what I'd rather have, I mean, if you can't sell it to me, you can't sell it to me. But given the
Yeah,
fact that
okay.
this is the
That's
9th
what they
time
got.
that this has happened to me in this store,
they
and this
got-
time I
they
could have
got-
walked out
Okay,
and
maybe.
tried to justify it and say,
Same one.
no, you know what? I got yelled at last year by somebody who told I didn't know what I was talking about and all this stuff.
I
and
promise
it's
you,
$8.
I will never yell
No,
at you.
that's
I
fine.
never.
That's fine.
Promise you.
But I could have justified it and said, you know what? No, for all those times,
Messed
I'm
over
just
and
gonna
walking
I'm just
away.
gonna look what I got. But I couldn't do it.
We
And
walked
so
to the car and he
I would
did one
rather-
of these. He's like, we gotta go back in.
Well, sir,
I would just
first
ra-
off, thank you for your integrity. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
And let me see if I can get a set, because it says sale not allowed, and off times, I'm not saying every time, but off times when sale is not allowed, that means that it has been recalled. But
Well,
I'm not
I
saying
know,
that's
no,
the
I know why this is
situation.
because these come out on
Force Friday on
it's
September
it's an
1st.
event. You guys are actually like all these like Toys R Us, Target, all these stores are opening
GameStop.
up at midnight to sell these toys.
Thursday night going
See, that's
into
why
Friday,
I know what it is
September
because it's an
1st.
actual like event that
Force
they
Friday.
do.
Wait, I mean,
And usually they've got like
We're
stuff set
nerdy
up in
enough.
your aisles and stuff for it, and they're giving away free posters and all this stuff.
Buttons,
so it's like
pins.
when that comes out
Snacks.
a week and a half early, then you know
That's
that
when we get
something's
frustrated.
not.
Like, don't
you
put
know,
it out until the day before.
You know, just don't put it out until the day
Let
that
me
it's
get a
supposed to
salary
come.
member of management.
No problem.
They have a lot more authority than I do. May I have a salaried member of management to customer service, please?
No, it's no. You know what? No,
And I'm terribly sorry, sir. May I? I'm gonna go show him. Do you mind? if
no.
I-
Go for it.
Thank
Go
you.
for it.
sir.
But that's
Thank you for
actually,
your
pay
but
for
that's
it.
also the toys, the pops, everything
Oh yeah,
in
there's
that line.
more. There's different.
There's
kinds
different things within that
of
line.
those toys that are back there, not just the figures. So
I'm sorry.
Eric,
y'all.
I ripped $1. Do you want me to speak?
This time, if you want to come back, we can do that. Because we can't sell because that's,
what do you mean, like hold it for me or something like that?
we can do that too.
Well, no. See, here's what I would rather have, right? If you can't sell it to me, you can't sell it. This is,
Right.
as I explained to Eric, it's happened to me 8 other times,
respect.
right, with other stuff.
All right.
What I would really like to
Not
do
Mr.
is make sure
If they want to,
that going forward, that management has
I'm fine with that if you want.
staff meetings and stuff like that. You guys really address that problem. I mean, it's over a week early, and that's the time. And a couple of times it's been Christmas presents for my kids that have waited in line and things like that. And so, you know, I just want you to know too, like, it's not just me, like, there are some people.
I will
Yeah, I mean, they're all back there.
But thank you, sir, for bringing that to my attention. And I won't hold it. We appreciate it.
All right.
Y'all have a collect tonight.
All right.
Sir, I'm
That's
sorry
fine.
that
That's,
happened.
hey,
I'm my most humble and gracious
no,
apology.
you know, I like your attitude. I don't think he wanted to really kind of deal with it, but that's what I've worked in retail before, and I think that it would just be good to have, when you guys have your PEP meetings, your staff meetings, stuff like that, to just say, don't put stuff out a week and a half early.
You know what I mean?
ready
Because you're
to
going to
go
tick
out.
off customers. And
Or nerds like
I
us
sa-
that are ready for
Yeah, I sat here with $100 worth of merchandise 2 years ago and tried to buy stuff
For
for my
Christmas.
kids for Christmas because she told me, hey, look for this specific thing. So it's like a video game, a Star Wars video
I'm
game
they're thinking
thing.
half of Christmas is done.
And I sat in that line for 20 minutes, and then they got to vote the wrong people 3 times. The manager came forward first. They said, let's get somebody from toys. Toy people came back and said, no, it's electronics. So they brought the electronics people back, and they said, no, you can come back tomorrow and get it. And I said, okay. So I came back the next day, and they said, no, we still can't sell it to you.
No,
And
the
here's the
whole
thing,
display.
all of the displayed ones that were back there
The
were
entire thing were
gone.
gone. So
They
somebody
had
bought
all been
all of
sold.
them
So
except for him.
somebody had circumvented the system somehow, and the whole display was gone. And I even talked to the guy back in electronics and said, I got one left in the back room, and that one they wouldn't sell to.
Because that same thing popped
Yeah.
up in the system.
So people were coming up, scanning one thing, taking another. You see what I'm saying? And it's like
Which makes
people
people
shouldn't
feel
have to do that
dishonest.
to just give you money. And it's like I told them, like it was like $80 to $100. I'm like, I'm wanting to pay you money,
Take my money.
but like
You just want the merchandise.
Yes, I just want the
Yeah.
merchandise, but just don't put, if you can't sell it, that's fine. Just don't put it out and have people waiting and,
And I
and doing
understand
that.
too, because
yeah.
I remember when I was a kid and I wanted Star Wars figures, my dad would buy them for me. I mean, like, if I'd have got to the register and you'd told me I couldn't have got my Star Wars
Yes.
figure, I would have been like,
Yeah.
really unhappy.
Yeah, and then so
That's
that's
you and the kids, and you're sharing in that
yeah,
excitement
and
right
so
now.
that's all, And, but I got out to the
Sorry.
car and I was just like, dang it,
I have to go in.
because I didn't even think about it. When it went through. I thought, okay, maybe it just went through, and I didn't even think. I didn't check my receipt or anything. And so we're getting in the car. I'm like, wait a second, my bill only came to $846, and I got
More
$8
than
more
that.
dollars worth of merchandise. And so when I looked, it wasn't there. And so
Sir, again, we appreciate your integrity.
Absolutely.
Again, my most humble and gracious apologies, but we did get up to salaried management.
Yeah,
They're,
so I
they're
hope-
the definitive.
I hope that they
I
do.
appreciate that too, though, because what makes it worse is what exacerbates the situation is when you do have the fighting. Is when you try to help a situation like this, and then people come back
Yeah.
to fighting, going, "Well, we're just going to take it, and not talk to you, and just
Yeah,
walk away from you."
because they've done
That's
that
when
too.
it-
They've just
when it makes it
taken
more
and said we
frustrating.
can't sell it to you.
And don't talk to you.
And it's like
walk away.
they're gonna leave me
Wait
at the
a minute.
they've left me at the register before going, well, we can't sell it to you, and just walk away.
And I'm like,
Like,
hold on a
why?
We went to the next step, and Mike,
Yeah.
I know, is right now probably back there making sure all that stuff is pulled.
I hope
Yeah,
so.
no,
So that we
we
don't have anybody
understand
else
that.
who's disappointed.
Good.
well, because
Thank you
there's
again.
been times when you fought, and then the next day you've come back, and they're like, yeah, we'll take care of it.
Oh
and
yeah,
you go back that
yeah,
day,
and it's
still
still
there.
back.
It's
Like last year when the last movie came out, they refused to sell me something, and then they said, well, we're gonna go back there and take it all away. It was still back there for the rest of
Which
it.
one was your favorite?
My favorite one is Empire.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like
See,
that
I
one
like
too.
this one.
Exactly.
That's the first one is because it's first. but
Yes.
The best one
Is Empire for sure.
Y'all have a
All right,
blessed day.
thanks,
Thank
Ed.
you. It's
You
been
too.
my absolute pleasure,
All right,
folks.
Thank you so
And
much,
again,
man.
my most
Appreciate
humble
it.
apologies.
All right.
Thank you.